Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Lily here. This is Lily Shelf, and today we are talking about Love Island USA Season 7, Episode 3. So we immediately pick back up on the drama. Okay, we immediately pick back up on the drama with Olandria, Huda, Bella, Sierra, and Shelly walking away while the boys talk at the fire pit. Nick's gut was telling him to choose the chemistry that he was feeling with Sierra, which is why he chose her over Bella. And Jeremiah is messy because he was like, why is Olandria feeling a type of way that you chose to try to get a coupling or try to be recoupled with a bombshell when she was out here kissing somebody else? And the other guys are like, See, that's messy. Because it's not the same. It's not the same. Because, number one, it was during a game. So, and number two, even though Olandria did go kiss Ace, she still reassured Taylor that he was her strongest connection. And we haven't really seen her pursue anything with Ace. So I think that just kind of fizzled. But on the other hand, Taylor was choosing to recouple with somebody else. Like, he still could have continued to pursue that connection with Sierra inside the villa while still being officially coupled up with Olandria. Because that tells me Olandria is not his strongest connection. And I'm sure that that's the way Olandria took it. Bella and Olandria are talking, they're kind of debriefing. But then we pan over, Huda is crying to Shelly. And she's trying to paint Olandria as the bad guy. And I'm like, girl, you were doing too much, so you were in the wrong. And the way that she said it, it came off shady. It did. And so I'm glad that Shelly was there and she was like, no, Olandria didn't mean it like that, because she didn't. Exactly, Shelly. Exactly. And so Olandria is like, I hope she's not crying because of me. And so Bella plays devil's advocate and she's like, maybe when you were saying pipe down a little bit, it came across not the way that you intended. And so Olandria's like, oh. Nick and Sierra talk. It's cute. Moving past them. Olandria goes to talk to Huda. Olandria explains her thought process. And Huda explains her thought process. And it's a lot of like Huda low-key making a little bit excuses and trying to make herself to be the victim. But they are able to come to an actual resolution. They hug it out. They continue to be friends, it seems like. So I'm good. I'm happy with that. And then Taylor pulls Olandria for a chat. Olandria is talking about how she feels a little thrown because of Taylor's choices. And Taylor's like, well, I didn't mean to make you feel that way. I just wanted to explore my connection, or maybe the possibility of a connection with Sierra. Olandria's like, okay, but if your head can turn from a 5-minute chat, now I need to reassess how I'm moving with you. Taylor's like, well, maybe, but you kiss somebody else. And it's just the way that it's like their first little argument, and I feel like it wasn't really resolved at that moment. So I feel like at that point, it's kind of, there's a bad taste in both of their mouths. Meanwhile, Austin has come crawling back to Shelly. He's trying to explain himself and make sure that he has not just killed their connection, but he did not have to worry about that because low-key their connection was given friendship the whole time. So Shelly's saying, it's cool. In her confessional, Shelly's like, this is what you get for putting your trust in the man. Shelly and Ace go for a late night chat. Okay, they go for a little late night chat. And in the speakeasy. And Ace is like, I'm glad that Austin stood up, kind of implying that like now Shelly kind of is a free agent. And then Ace was smooth with getting that forehead kiss. Guys, the more I see them together, the more I'm like, stop playing with me and recouple already. And then they time it because, again, this is a late night chat. So they go back to the room with everybody in it. So Shelly walks in first and then Ace stands outside the door. I guess like counts to 10, and then he walks in so that it doesn't look like they just came from somewhere together. And then once again, Huda and Jeremiah get freaky during the night, which is again crazy because everybody is in the same room. Can they not hear them, or are they just choosing to ignore them? It's only a makeout session, but still, like, if I were in there, I would have had to throw a pillow. Like, shut up. Ace cooks breakfast for Shelly, Bella, and Olandria. And Shelly, once he leaves, Shelly is telling Olandria that he pulled her for a chat to check on her last night. And Taylor makes Olandria breakfast. So it seems like they are moving towards reconciliation, which is good because I do like them. I feel like they'll be a slow burn couple, but I still like them. I do. Huda says she's finally getting closer to telling Jeremiah that she's a mom. And she says that she feels like they're the parents in the villa. Once again, Huda's doing too much. Girl, you got too much dip on your chip. What are you talking about? Meanwhile, Nick and Sierra are eating breakfast. Nick is feeding this girl pancakes. Bella, I'm sorry, but it's not looking good for you. Which sucks because I really like Bella. I do. But she's put all her eggs in Nick's basket, and I don't think he did the same. Especially because Sierra's getting a little nerdy. And so they're talking about Shrek and how Nick is saying that he might have found his Fiona. Talking about Sierra. And Nick in his confessional is saying that he feels like his brain is scrambled between Bella and Sierra, but like he's obviously leaning towards Sierra. He hasn't pulled Bella for any chats. He didn't make her any breakfast. Like, Bella and Huda talk. Bella's upset because Nick hasn't pulled her for any chats or anything. They're not talking. And she feels small, but girl, Bella, talk to the other men. See what that's giving. Because she's talked to Charlie. Go talk to Charlie some more. Nick is giving you the cold shoulder because he's too busy entertaining Sierra. Go entertain Charlie. We keep panning between while Bella is talking to Huda and crying, we pan between her and Nick and Sierra having the time of their little lives. Where are they at? In the speakeasy? In the photo booth. So Nick and Sierra are having a good old time in the photo booth. Meanwhile, Bella is crashing out in lowercase in the speakeasy, I think, with Huda. Nick and Huda chat. Nick is talking to everybody but Bella. It's cracking me up. Because Nick is trying to pick Huda's brain on where Bella stands. Meanwhile, while Nick and Huda are talking, Bella walks upstairs with Charlie, and Nick is seeing this out of the corner of his eye. And so like he's trying to focus on what Huda is saying, but like he's still like focusing on like where Charlie and Bella are going. And it's like, you can do all this, but you can't go talk to her? All right. In Nick's confessional, he says he's happy with picking Sierra, but Bella looms in the back of his mind. And I feel like Bella only looms in the back of his mind when another guy shows interest in her. Because if Bella was really looming in the back of Nick's mind the way that he's trying to make it seem, he would go talk to her. Taylor pulls Olandria for a chat, and they finally kind of resolve that whole situation with Taylor standing up and Olandria kissing somebody and both of them kind of feeling a way about that. Olandria apologizes for kind of doing too much and taking it the way that she did. But while they're talking, I kind of missed some of what they said, because how does Olandria pull off the checkered bathing suit and cowboy hat combo? Do you know how pretty you have to be to pull off something like that? So if they said anything else, I don't know. The woman was too stunned to speak. Like, all I know is that they ended up coming to a resolution and they were back to kind of like joking and laughing with each other again. Bella and Nick finally have a chat, and I'm pretty sure it's only because Bella was upstairs near the little gym area that they have, and Ace and Nick were also up there, and Ace was like, well, Bella's right there, go talk to her. Nick, it's not giving what I thought you would give. Shelly's being messy with Sierra, saying if they should go spy on them. Nick explains his side. The more Nick talks, it's really just given he likes the fact that he has two girls vying for his attention. I still feel like he's really interested in Sierra, but he doesn't want to let Bella go because he likes having two women chase after him. Bella says he made her feel like a fool. I agree. Because again, he was talking her up until the fire pit and the recoupling, and then he switched up on her. Bella says communication is everything, and like if Nick had just told her that he was feeling Sierra the way that he was in order to choose her for the recoupling, she would have been fine. But because he blindsided her, she feels away. Exactly. And I don't feel like Nick really takes that in and digests that, because I don't see any change behavior. So like, again, I feel like Bella, you kind of wasting your breath. And she doesn't say that she's closed off to their connection. I feel like she should have been. I feel like she should have taken that conversation with Nick and applied her efforts to Charlie. Shelly and Ace talk is banter, it's chemistry. They start getting a little bit deeper, but it's still very surface level. But Ace is cheesing in the confessional lie. He like to go for real. Bella and I think Shelly are talking, and Sierra walks over to talk to Bella. Baby, you could cut that tension with a knife. Ace and Taylor are talking about Ace's connection to Shelly. While Austin is trying to iron his clothes. I thought that was hilarious. Ace do not care. That man is like, look, I'm here for a good time. If I leave with somebody, cool, but in the meantime, I'm gonna pursue all of my connections. And I mean, that is what Love Island is. So Huda is finally ready to bring up the fact that she has a daughter. So she's talking to Shelly about it because she's nervous about Jeremiah's reaction. I feel like the fact that she went to talk to Shelly first kind of gave her that boost that she needed to finally spill the beans to Jeremiah. But on the heels of that conversation, we don't even get it because now it's time to play a game. The game is state your case. The cases look like the cases from that show and that game. Deal or no deal, okay? So basically, Ace and Huda are going to be the ones to like rearrange the cases as needed, while it's the girls versus the boys. And there's going to be a question that's going to be asked, and then you have to put the girls and the guys in order from, you know, least to most, depending on what the question is. So I'm gonna go rapid fire through these questions. So first we have, who do you think cheated the most times? So Ace has never cheated, Charlie has never cheated, Austin has cheated 6 times. Huh? Taylor has never cheated. Jeremiah cheated once, and we know this because he said that in his little like opening character bio thing. Nick has never cheated. Even though that's a lie, Nick says he did cheat once. Huda has never cheated. Bella's never cheated. Sierra's never cheated. Olandra's never cheated. Shelly cheated once. And Shelly says she kissed her homegirl while they were out at a party. It was fun. It was flirty. It was nothing too serious, but that is technically cheating. Who had sex with the most amount of people in the same day? So, Charlie has had 1. Austin has had 4 people. Nick has had 2. Jeremiah has had 2. And then we don't really get the other boys. And then Bella is 1. Shelly is 2. And Huda is 2. And then who do you think has told the most people that you love them? Ace has never told anybody that he loves them. But he lied. Because the girls are like, never. Like, even when you're like, you know, talking to somebody or like, you know, you're messing around with somebody, you've never let it slip at all. And Ace is like, oh, well, when you put it that way, sir, what? You lied. Okay, so Jeremiah has told 10 people. Nick has told 50. Nick is out here. The sky is blue. Girl, I love you too. Bella has told 1 person. Huda has told 2. And Shelly has told 2. Then it's who sent the most nudes? Guys, this question and the next one floored me. So, Ace has sent 3. Taylor has sent 5. Charlie has sent 0. Nick has sent 800. But Nick says, whoa, whoa, whoa. Not too much on me because I was in a long distance relationship for 3 years. Do with that information what you will. Jeremiah has sent 50 and Austin has sent thousands. When Huda opened that case and Austin said thousands, the girl said, whoa. Whoa. Savannah, slow down. Like, Bella has sent 0. Huda has sent 20. Shelly has sent 5. Olandra has sent 15. Sierra has sent 5. And then the juiciest question of all, who has the highest body count? Okay, Charlie's 108. What? The girls are like, whoa, Jesus. Taylor is 21. Nick is 22. Jeremiah is 32. Ace is 25. Austin is 104. Lord have mercy. Bella is 1, Olandria has 8, 13 is Huda, Sierra has 18, and Shelly has 12. The winner of this game is the boys because they did put the girls, or they did answer the most questions correctly. Taylor is like, you know, the boys won the game, but they may have lost the war. I agree because the way the girls were side-eyeing the guys on some of these questions, the way I was side-eyeing the guys on some of these questions, and somebody was like, the only thing that the game showed me was that boys are liars. The girls break down the results of the game. Huda is saying at the beginning she feels like Jeremiah was love bombing her, and so like if he can do that to her, like was he doing the same thing with these other girls and stuff like that? But at the same time, is she not love bombing him back? Like they're stuck like glue to each other. So yeah, Jeremiah may be love bombing her, but she's definitely moving just as quickly as he is. Huda and Jeremiah, they go down to the pier and they're talking. And Huda is taking 5 business days to tell Jeremiah that she is a mother, okay? You know, she's messing around, she's beating around the bush, and Jeremiah's like, look, like, tell me, what are you trying to say? And I was with Jeremiah, spit it out. Spit it out. So Huda finally tells Jeremiah, and before I'm gonna say it, so Jeremiah was saying that when he was young in high school, that's why he was throwing all these I love yous around, but now that he's older, more mature, he doesn't just let the I love you slip out, okay? You gotta work for it a bit. And while they're talking about that, Ace and Taylor are talking, and Ace is like, doesn't Jeremiah kind of give love bomber to you? And Taylor's like, yeah, but you can tell that Taylor was trying to be nice about it, but he low-key agreed. So we finally get back to Jeremiah and Huda. She's done beating around the bush. She finally says that I'm a mom. And it's funny because Jeremiah was just saying that he wanted somebody family oriented. What's more family oriented than having your own kid? Than being a parent. So we don't get his reaction because we immediately cut to black, and that's the end of the episode. What did you guys think? Again, I'm here for it. Every episode has low-key been a banger. But let me know what you thought about episode 3 down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see y'all in my next one. Bye, guys.